Well, hey, what up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike, and this high school football video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company. All of our football coverage this year is sponsored by our friends at Memorial Care, and all of our Lakewood coverage sponsored by our guy Walk-Off Croft, a.k.a. JP Crawford.
It's a color rush on the north side Friday. The blue of Jordan, the red of Lakewood in a Moore League matchup. It's like that classic English Premier League soccer where back in the day they only had red and blue dyes.
Yeah, it's north side Liverpool. Here we are. Very close to a must-win game for both teams, looking for an inside track on a guaranteed playoff spot. Panthers looking for their first win over Lakewood since 2008, Jage.
Hit the ground fumbling in this one. Miscommunication leads to a miscue for Lakewood. Jordan going to recover that one. And then on the very next play, Anthony Winston Jr. bringing the mother-loving ruckus. E.J. Balthazar with the recovery. Very next play, Lakewood quarterback Kate Casillas rolling right, gets lost in traffic. Sidearm throw to the left, Caleb Tafua. Seven's going for 6. It's a 45-yard touchdown, puts Lakewood up 7-0. That's 3 straight plays, Mike. Fumble, touchdown.
So far it's an eventful game, JJ. We're on pace for a lot of events. The Jordan attack and quarterback Jarrett Nielsen have been high power this year, but could not stretch the field tonight. Lakewood trying to do the same thing after getting good field position, but the Jordan defense is all over Tafua, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Jordan Washington getting into the mix on the ensuing drive, and watch the whoop. Oh my goodness. That is incredible. Watching Uno coming down the chute right here. He's got elite speed, but he also just runs so hard. 15 carries, 156 yards tonight.
Speed and power, those work in football. Second and long on this drive. Nielsen coming this way at the sticks, but Tywan Jones steps in to pick it off. Another turnover for this red swarm. And then you see the dead ball penalty. We had 10 of them in this game, JJ. This is, I think, the only one we're going to show, but it was a lot of hankies flying on the field.
It was too much, Mike. Let's be honest.
Lakewood trying to get its rushing game going, but freshman Duke Aleo Matua says no way.
Jordan needs Jordan, so they call on Jordan. Washington got his eyes for the end zone. I want to go home. 55-yard touchdown. Got the homecoming crowd on its feet. That caps the first quarter. We're 7-7. Wanted an after-run dap? Nah, man, this is a rivalry.
Nitro Miller is going to take some inspiration. He gets the Lakewood rushing attack going in the second quarter, running like Caleb Foster out there. He had 14 carries for 98 yards in this one, adding a huge dimension to this offense. And then his cohort, Charlie Wright, on the swing pass here, is going to get a great block out wide to take it down to the 1-yard line.
And he's got all the right moves as Wright punches it in from a yard out. Lakewood takes a 14-7 lead with a little less than 10 minutes to go till halftime. Nielsen getting loose on the ensuing Jordan drive, hits Deontay Tucker and run. That's going to be a first down.
And then Washington is going to take advantage of the aggressive Lakewood defense on this very, very well-timed draw play for 24 yards.
Few plays later, it's 1 from 1 yard out. Washington scores his second TD. Panthers would mix the extra point because of a dead ball foul that pushed the attempt back, so they're down 1.
Lakewood gets the ball with 1:36 till halftime. Get going quickly. Casillas to right. You can see he stepped out there. Then the sophomore Casillas, he can really sling the pill. That's a tough throw, and he just made it look easy.
This next one looks easy because, well, it's easy as you like. Casillas to JT Deku. That hookup is for 11 yards and a touchdown. Lancers up 21-13 at the break. That's Deku's 7th touchdown catch in 7 games, and Casillas' 13th touchdown pass in this season. And Casillas has got hair worthy of a Head & Shoulders commercial or at least a White Snake cover band.
You know, Casillas and his favorite receiver, Deku. Homecoming halftime show. So many students working hard to make this event shine, and they certainly did. Got the band dance performing and the Cinderella-style ride in for the announcement of the court.
Jordan Washington and Bustin' Walls.
And we absolutely love it when football players get crowned king. I mean, let's go. They're the stars. Gotta be honest, this is mostly what the second half looked like, folks. It was Casillas getting sacked and then a penalty. And then Nielsen getting sacked and then a penalty. Lakewood's defense sacked Nielsen 8 times in this game. McCowan, Balthazar, Verduzco, Tafugafale, Drummond, crying havoc and letting slip the dogs of war. And then Nielsen trying to squeeze this in. It's a tip drill off Jones. Verduzco with the diving catch for the interception. Guys, that's his 17th forced turnover this year. That's a lot.
Casillas going right back to work through his big tight end Tafua. That's a first down. They just said run over to JJ and cut right. Down on the goal line, the Lancers cough up the ball. Duke down there to recover it, and Jordan has life, JJ.
They do have life. This offense can do a lot really quickly. They try to use that sudden change for a swing of momentum, but the big plays through the air just weren't there for Jordan in this one. And at that point, it's Miller time. On the next Lakewood possession, you can see 20 rolling through defenders. And yes, JT, he is very, very strong.
Yeah, he's the accurate call there. Lakewood quickly into the Jordan red zone, but big shouts to Panthers linebacker Caleb Moran. He has a handful of tackle for loss, including that one.
Then that forces a field goal, but the 31-yarder is no problem for Andrew Hang, and it puts Lakewood up 24-13 early in the fourth. He also had a key extra point that got pushed back for a personal foul, so hang with him. This kid is key for this Lakewood team.
Key play here to give Jordan life yet again. Nielsen to Jake Batista, and that's into Lakewood territory, but that's the longest completion of the night at 30 yards, which obviously is not what we're used to seeing from Jordan.
Back to the theme of the night, the red swarm just blowing everything up in the Panthers' backfield. 8 sacks on the night, like I said, 10 tackles for loss. About 9 minutes left, Lakewood already burning the whole play clock, leaning on their offensive line, with Wright and Miller getting big chunks of yardage behind them. You see Wright bust this big one, Agent Zero going around the outside on his way to 97 yards on 16 carries. Looks like this thing is done. However, the game just won't die. The Jordan defense stiffens and forces another turnover on the goal line, Mike.
It is spooky season, JJ. Might as well have a zombie football game. The Panthers get the ball back. They get down into Lakewood territory, needing 2 scores at this point, but that's as far as they'll get. The Lakewood defense gets the game ball after this one. Red Swarm look playoff ready tonight, and they stay alive in the playoff hunt with a huge 24-13 win over the Panthers.
Next week in the Moore League, it's Hamilton time, Lakewood and Milliken, while Jordan takes on Compton. For all of your local sports coverage, you keep it right here at 562.org.